Love Beyond the Sky. Chapter 23. Ariana picked up the call and said, "Hello." She paused for a moment. Her facial expressions began to shift and her eyes widened in shock. "What?" she exclaimed. Seeing her reaction, Kian grew anxious. He asked nervously, "What happened, Ariana, ma'am? Whose call was it?" In a firm voice, Ariana replied slowly, "It was my advocate. He told me." She took a deep breath and continued, "Raghav Paya has been released from jail." Kian was stunned. "What? How is that even possible? Without the complaint being withdrawn, how can he be released?" Ariana froze in place, her eyes filled with deep thoughts. Then she said slowly, "I know how this happened." Kian frowned and asked, "What do you mean?" Looking into his eyes, Ariana replied, "This has to be done by Abhay Bahaya." Confused, Kian asked, "Abhay? Who is Abhay?" A strange pain crossed Ariana's face. In a quiet voice, she said, "He's my elder brother, elder than even Raghav Bahaya. And if anyone has that kind of power, it's him." Kian remained silent for a moment. Then, taking a deep breath, he said, "So, your entire family is against you?" Ariana silently lowered her head. Kian said in a firm yet calm tone, "Whatever it is, the danger surrounding you has increased now. That's why. I won't leave you alone anymore. From now on, I'll be with you 24/7. Whether it's the office or anywhere else." Ariana opened her mouth to say something, but he cut her off. "No, I don't want to hear anything. From now on, I go wherever you go." Ariana sighed deeply and nodded in agreement. A little later, Kian was getting ready to accompany Ariana to the office when his eyes fell on the injury on his forehead. He smiled as he remembered the moment when Ariana had thrown a flower pot at him. "Ha ha ha, crazy girl," he whispered with a chuckle. He lightly touched the injury, and in a moment, it vanished. Just as he was about to remove the love bite Ariana had left on his neck, his hand stopped. Something inside him hesitated. A voice in his heart said, "Let it be." He didn't understand why, but he couldn't bring himself to erase that mark. With a sigh, he lowered his gaze and walked out of the room. Outside, he approached the car where Ariana was waiting. "You're so late," she said with worry. Then her eyes caught the spot on his forehead. The injury was gone. Startled, she asked, "Wait, how did your forehead injury disappear?" Kian smiled, moved closer, and twirled his fingers in front of her. "Magic," he said playfully, before walking to the other side of the car. Ariana stared at him in confusion, then shook her head and got in the car. About half an hour later, they reached the office. Ariana, adjusting her clothes, walked swiftly towards the entrance without looking around. Kian, however, got distracted by a beautiful tree filled with blooming flowers nearby. He walked over to it, admiring the beauty. Meanwhile, just as Ariana reached the office gate, someone stepped in front of her, blocking her way. It was Rohan. "Ariana, please forgive me," he pleaded. "Don't treat me like a stranger, please." Anger flared in Ariana's eyes, her fists clenched. "Oh, really? I'm acting like a stranger? Or is it you?" she said with tears and fury in her eyes. "You were with someone else, while you were still with me. Disgusting. I never thought you could stoop so low." Tears welled up in Rohan's eyes. "It was just a time pass. My true love is you, Ariana. I've already left her. I'm sorry I lost my way." Ariana leaned closer, her eyes burning with disgust. "Oh, so she was your time pass? I've never met anyone so vile. And who knows, you're probably telling her the same thing right now. Get the hell out of my sight. Get lost." She turned to walk away, but Rohan suddenly grabbed her arm. "Enough is enough," he shouted through clenched teeth. "I've been trying to make things right, and you just... Leave me, Rohan. You're hurting me," Ariana said with a sob. "And what about the pain you're giving me?" he yelled. Ariana tried her best to free herself, but his grip was too strong. Suddenly, a fist landed hard on Rohan's face. His head jerked back and he staggered. It was Kian. His eyes burned with rage and his fists were tight. "Stay away from Ariana, Mom! How dare you hurt her?" he shouted. Rohan, trembling with fury, grabbed Kian by the collar. "This is between me and my girlfriend. Who the hell are you to interfere?" Just then, Rohan's eyes caught the mark on Kian's neck. His brows furrowed. "Wait a minute. This mark..." Before he could finish, Ariana stepped between them, her arms outstretched, trembling with anger. "Enough. That's it. This is my office. I won't allow this drama here." Kian stepped back, still glaring at Rohan. Rohan too stepped back awkwardly, but his eyes were still dangerous. Ariana folded her hands and said firmly, "Please go, Rohan. I have nothing to say to you." She turned and started walking into the office with Kian. But then Rohan suddenly began clapping slowly. Both Ariana and Kian turned in surprise. Kian thought to himself, "Looks like this chimp's gone mad." With a twisted smile, Rohan said, "I had my doubts from the beginning. Something's going on between you and your bodyguard. And now it's confirmed. That love bite on his neck says it all." Ariana screamed. "What nonsense are you talking about?" Rohan sneered. "Nonsense? Please, all that crying and drama, what an act. Truth is, you're happier now, flaunting your affair with your bodyguard out in the open." Kian stepped forward angrily. "Say one more word about Ariana, Mom, and you'll be leaving here in pieces." Rohan laughed. "Oh, please, your Ariana, Mom is..." Smack! This time the punch came not from Kian, but from Ariana herself. Rohan staggered back, glaring at her. "Don't mistake my silence for weakness," she said, her voice like thunder. "I don't need a character certificate from a filthy man like you." Kian smiled proudly, thinking, "That's my girl." Ariana turned and stormed toward the office. "Let's go, Kian," she called from over her shoulder. Kian gave Rohan a sly smirk before following her inside. Rohan stood there watching them leave, seething with rage. Through clenched teeth, he whispered, "You humiliated me like this, Ariana. You'll regret it. Just wait and watch what I do next." What is Rohan planning now? Has he just joined the list of enemies Ariana must face? To find out, stay tuned. Till then, like, share, subscribe, and press the bell icon to stay updated.